Hi, and welcome to Hoard of Tales. We're Desis Dragons, and we are here. Today, we're going to be playing Heartbeats to help with the charity fundraising going on. Nice to meet everybody. As you're probably aware, this charity is being done in part with Shine on Light, which is designed to help our environment and is designed to. Yes. So, Chirag Adani, co-founder of Desis Dragons. We also have our lovely Tan Fighter.
Hello, hello. Yeah. Fighter or
Okay. We also got the wonderful as always Maitri.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here. I am Maitri, and I'm super psyched to do timed brain transplants and really cause some drama and enable everyone's bad behavior here on the stream today.
Yes, that's how we know her, as an enabler of bad behavior. Yes. And now someone who needs no enabling, but an introduction, Agent P.
Hi, my name is HMP. This is my first stream for Desis, and I'm so glad it's for a charity stream. I'm really excited to have fun tonight.
We're also excited here. Now, let's explain a little bit about the game that we'll be playing. Heartbeats. It's a micro RPG, which you guys can find, in the Ultimate Micro RPG book. That might have been reversed. And it's by Keith Baker and Jen Ellis. And basically, this is a game inspired by all the over-dramatic medical shows, such as Grey's Anatomy, House, and other such shows, which we will take with complete sincerity. Found out about the fact that we only about a quarter of us know anything about medicine. But which quarter? That's for you guys to figure out. Which of us knows what we're talking about and which doesn't? Let us know in the chat, and we'll let you know if you're right at the end.
on 4 people, you say about a quarter.
Yeah, one of us knows. That's how maths works. So yes, we'll be doing the game of Heartbeats. We'll be interacting, medical drama with the other doctors, but also each of us will be playing a patient for one of the other doctors for that specific region. And as we are playing the game, we'll be drawing cards to find out if it ends well or poorly for that situation. Either whether it is that relationship with that doctor or whether it's with that what happens to the patient, because not every patient ends perfectly. Ends super happy. But not all of them are depressing. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's for charity.
Probably gonna be great.
Fine.
Yes, that
Probably.
fixes it.
Exactly. It's good. So, with that, we are going to get started with Heartbeats, a game of medical drama, as we will go around and go to our hospital, which is in the middle of, call it Lightbeat Hospital, Bright Light Hospital, in the country of. We're not saying, but there's a lot of Indian doctors, so it could be literally anywhere. Could be literally anywhere. Are we in Canada? Are we in India? Are we in Jamaica? You don't know. That's what you figure out. As we go into the hospital, we come in to our incredibly dramatic and strangely attractive doctors. As in, they are far too attractive, way too attractive kind of doctors as we're going in. We start off with, why don't we all start by introducing ourselves, starting with the most senior of doctors in age and attitude. Tan, why don't you introduce yourself?
I don't know how this happens every time, but yes, I am playing Dr. Alexander Mason. He has been at the hospital for a decade now, practicing neurosurgery, and is quite reputable for his very specifically your techniques of his methods of saving patients using all kinds of different DNA and different brains even sometimes, but who knows how it works out. He's great at rehabilitation and no one has complained yet, so it's all good.
But next we go with someone our next, as the cameras are going into this older doctor, just like taking away the scenario, we move over to another doctor, another more senior doctor. We go to Maitreya. Why don't you tell us what we see and who do we see with Doctor?
You see a beautiful Indian woman in her early 30s with long braided hair, and she's looking at a photograph of another just exceptionally gorgeous person who we will meet later. And she's she's got her brow furrowed and she's kind of like making some markings on the picture and on the screen you see a title card, Dr. Alpana Balakrishnan, renowned plastic surgeon. She made her bones early in her career fixing cleft palates in other places in the world, but now she is known for making you look 10 years younger and giving you the nose you've always wanted.
Wow, that's amazing. But now we go to someone who needs no nose alteration. Agent P, tell us who we see as we move down further
The
along.
picture that was just being looked at.
Yeah,
It zooms in and then zooms out to an office.
yeah. It's like one of those things. We go into the picture, and then the picture like goes to the real person as they're walking. The cinematography.
A1 on cinematography. So you see this beautiful, beautiful woman, you know, the perfect blonde bombshell, picturesque type person. She's walking like down the corridor, like on the call with someone, checking her pager. She looks busy, but she looks flawless doing it. This is Dr. Tiffany Alexander, and she's the most loved and kind of hated obgyn in the hospital. She's the kindest person to her patients, but there are whispers around the hospital that she has been the cause of many a breakup. And she's been in the hospital long enough to like garner the attention of all the male staff. Not that she cares.
Speaking of this male staff, we go to someone who is much, much lower down on the totem pole, as he's in his first year of junior residency. We see running along in his scrubs, someone who looks a little out of place. Like, yes, he is as attractive as the other people because we need it for the ratings. But he's only about his muscles looks more suited to like a sportsman than like
The
someone
Gen
who's
Z audience, that's
Yeah.
who we're getting with this.
We're getting every
Casting
audience.
choice.
Everyone watches Hot Doctors. That's why the show's been on the air for 50 years. Yes, we're on season 50 of Heartbeats. Once upon a time, Dr. Alexander was the young heartthrob, and now 20 years later, we go and we see this young man walking along, looking a bit more very strongly built. It's going there in his scrubs. That seems very tightly pressed, like kind of scrubs. He's running along. You notice he has a little bit of as he's like there, this young, attractive Indian man. He's got hair that's shaved short along the sides. A little bit of little bit of style mohawk as he's just going along. He's got like a smile on his face, even though he's like clearly very late to whatever he's trying to get to, whatever his part of rounds is, as he's going along. And you can just like hear someone, just like an older doctor, just immediately scolding him as they say, like, Manning Prasad, you. And it's like, you're late again. It's like, sorry, sir, sorry. Won't happen again. Don't worry. I was just getting some last minute reps down the break room. Just completely lost track of time. Oh, you're still mad. Okay, I should have stopped talking a while ago. I'm sorry, bro. Really sorry, bro. And yeah, he's getting chewed out a little bit. And as this is happening, this very regular kind of day, and like every regular day at a Lightbeat hospital, that means drama is due to ensue. So, who wants to volunteer first to lead the drama? Who wants to decide what scene we're going first? I'm happy to take any volunteers.
I desperately want to see what Dr. Mason is up to since we are competing for
Yes.
the same grant as a
Exactly.
neurologist and a plastic surgeon.
Oh.
Yes.
So I want
adds
to
up.
know
Okay, yeah. So in this game, when you take a
what
scene,
my rival is up to.
you can decide whether the scene is with patient or with a doctor that you have a relationship with. So I think, are you going to have a scene involving your relationship with doctor? Yeah.
This
think-
is doctor to doctor for sure.
All right, take us there.
Well, you would see Dr. Mason. Currently, he has a very like spacious office. He's given a lot of liberty because of how long he's been here, and he has a bunch of like just magazines strewn about like a little table, and behind that he's just sitting there with a few of his reports of his current patient, and if anyone is speaking at the moment, they would see a file labeled. They would just catch the name Prachi on it, as if he would hear a noise coming in, he would just, like, close the file, put it aside, and he would kind of like just look out and be like, "Can I help you?"
Are you Dr. Mason?
I am.
And Dr. Mason, you've seen pictures of this girl before because you're very close friends with her parents. So this young girl about definitely like 15 or 16, like she walks into your office, she's like, so if I talk to you, it's like private, right? Like you can't tell my parents, like if I talk to you about stuff. Like that's like an oath
Um,
that you guys take, right?
I don't believe that's part of my oath. Kid, what are you doing here? Are you an intern? Are you with someone? Can
No,
I help you?
I'm I'm Prachi Seth. Uh you
Looks at his
come
file like,
over you come
oh,
over to my house for dinner a bunch.
yes. Well, I was about to make a call to your parents, actually.
No, don't call them. Don't call them. uh I listen, I don't know where else to go, okay? But like
Uh-huh.
my boyfriend and I are gonna start having sex and I need birth control.
He looks at you like dead in the eyes, like, Archie,
But you can't tell my parents, okay? You can't tell them.
that's not really the point here. You know, I'm in neurology, right?
So,
In what world am I giving you birth control from neurology?
do you want me to get pregnant, Dr. Mason?
He looks at you straight, like he's like, I mean, kid, why does it? Why
I'm
do you
sorry, my
think
story is long,
I?
but Prachi is dead serious.
I know. And Mason just straight up looks at you like, why do you think I care?
If I
I
got
was like, you have
pregnant, who do
everything
you
figured
think
out,
my
kid.
parents would call?
Definitely the neurologist.
They would call their friend. I thought
They
you were
would.
friends with my
Yeah.
parents and
And if
with
you
us.
ask me not to mention it, I will say I don't know where she got it.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah. Do you guys, at any point, Tan, you can decide, once you kind of establish a scene, you can draw a card basically to see, like, if things go well as you want it to, if things go badly as you don't want to go bad, or
I would
things
very
don't
much want to draw a card right now.
All right. Shall I draw it? Do you want me to click the card then?
Please do.
All right,
Is
then.
the unaccompanied minor asking for birth control to uncomfortable?
Neurologist who's definitely pulling the I'm too dead.
Okay. All right, you got 6 red. So that means a red card means things go the way you want them to go. So, what's the way you want them to go, Tan?
Well, Rachi, I would be willing to, let's say, look the other way. But don't, let's just say, let's just not speak of this ever again.
That is an excellent idea. I would rather not have to speak to you ever again about
Next time
that.
your parents try to call me over for dinner, tell them I'm busy. And we're
Okay.
even.
Okay. Okay.
Great, great. I'm glad we speak on the same page here.
Okay.
He'll hand it a little slip.
Yeah.
Like, take this to the prescription. Like,
fade to black.
Yeah, how do you
after
just, like-
3
I'd
years.
like to take this away. Like,
yeah. All right. That's great. Note down that you've got 6 red points. We will be totaling those up, so keep track of the color as well. Like you have 6 red and count them separately. Great. Now we go next up to who wants to do something? Who wants to do a dramatic scene next? Who wants to set the scene? I think.
I'm down.
All right, Agent P. All right. So you want to have a scene with a patient or with another doctor? And you're in control of saying the scene.
I wanna catch up with Dr. Alpana. Just
All right. Describe us there.
I think maybe like at like the hospital like cafe, we kind of just bump into each other as we would. And I just feel like, oh my God, I'm so glad I ran into you.
Me too. You would not believe the day I'm having.
I had 3 patients posted, and my interns, God help them, so incompetent.
Are you? Do you have that cute one? Is he
Which
one
cute
of your
one?
interns? I don't. You know the one that wears the tight scrubs.
No, I think he's Dermat.
Oh, that's too
Yeah,
bad.
unfortunate.
That's too bad. Have you seen Mason today?
No,
God, for the
it's
best.
probably a good thing.
Need to give him some paperwork about this grant.
I'm so glad I have nothing to do with this department.
I wouldn't think I would have anything to do with it either, being a plastic surgeon, but the amount
never
of work I
know.
seem to be doing with him is.
What about your grant? Aren't you and him like fighting it out?
Honestly, he's trying to suck up to the selection committee because he's like the same age as all of them, like this crusty old group of doctors. But
Men.
right?
I know. It's unfortunate to say the least.
Listen, I pull out a picture of her being like, I've been wanting to talk, and so then I go into talking shop with this doctor about like, this is what I'm going to be recommending to my patients, and this nose and this ear tuck, and
Tiff's just gonna nod and be like, "Yeah, totally. Like, good for them. They're in good hands."
At any time, matey, you can decide to draw a card to see how this is good. Like if this scene goes well.
it's Agent P scene, right? So they have to.
Yeah, we'll
Agent
draw a
P.
card.
Oh yeah, that's
we'll
true.
draw a
Actually,
card.
sorry, it's Agent P's scene. My mistake. So yeah, Agent P, by all means, keep. You want to draw?
Can you draw a card for me, please?
I will.
Thank you.
All right, 8 black. That means something bad. The scene does not go. It's not necessarily a dramatic development. You can have one if you want, but something's going wrong for you. The scene does not go
Ooh.
where you were hoping. So what goes wrong?
I can get a call saying that something's wrong in the operating theater and they need me immediately. And I go up and I leave. I'm just like, I have to go. I'm so sorry. God knows what they did. And I leave, and one of my patients is in critical condition. But like it was because of a very tiny thing they just needed to fix.
Mhm.
And I get there in time to fix it, so like,
yeah,
crisis averted. But Oh my god, my BP is up there.
As was this patient a little while ago. Yeah. There you see one of the other ones, one of your actual interns, who's just like saying, like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I didn't think it made."
You have to do an NST or a CTG. We've been over this
Oh, I did.
multiple times.
I know. I should have done it. I thought I'd done it, but then I confused the end with the C. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I just
That is not an excuse.
you're right. I know. Tired. This is not an excuse. I'm sorry.
Write me a letter and meet me in the evening.
Yes, ma'am. And yeah, thankfully you saved this person's life for now. Hopefully there won't be any further complications. We'll see. We will see. Dun, dun, dun. And anything else you want to do in this scene, or?
I'm kind of just want to check in on my other patients and check in with my PGs, see how they're doing, and give them assignments for the day.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be checking in with your PGs, giving them assignments, and that sounds good. That sounds like what we'll do for the next scene. Now we go on to the third scene. Maitree's been in both of the scenes, but I don't think Maitree's had a scene. Do you want to go? Do you want to have your scene now? or do you
I
wanna-
was actually gonna ask if you would go.
Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah,
absolutely fine.
you haven't had a scene.
Yes. So we see Dr. Prasad as he's going to his rounds after getting chewed out. He does, and he's trying to think, trying to repair. Here's the next assignment, just like playing, and he actually gets a patient that's a little bit unusual. He's like looking through his notes, looking to see what he's gotten. I said, like, right? Sure. He like goes up to patients in the bed, look at the clipboard. And yeah, who's this? Tell me about his patient.
So you see this woman clearly clutching, like she's on her side, clutching her other leg, like, and she's definitely in pain. She's like, her face is all scrunched up, and she's just like shaking. No one else is in the room with her yet, but this is Tracy Ellis, your patient.
Got it. Tracy Ellis, is it like an older woman, 40s, 20s? Like what?
She's mid-20s.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, goes over and he's like, hey, okay. Hey, don't worry about it. Do that. I got you. Okay, just tell me what's causing you problem. Where's the pain? And he's like trying to like.
My leg. I'm what? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Dr. Prasad, but you can call me Manny. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I've got you. Tell me what's going on.
Can I get something for the pain? It hurts.
From a scale of 1 to 10, like how?
10.
Oh, okay, fine. They always say 10. And I was like, let me just see what we're working at. Like, what's causing it? And he's trying to get a look. He's trying to get a look at the leg. Like, is it like inflamed? Is it like there's no obvious abrasion? Is it like this stab wound?
There's like, you see like a laceration. One big laceration, like a little small laceration around it. There's no active bleeding, but there is blood. And her leg does look like it's not anatomically in the right position.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. Good news, we're going to definitely get you something for the pain. Bad news, we're going to need a lot of work. There might be a lot of pain getting this back in position, back in the right place.
Can we do something about the pain first?
Sure. Yeah, and he's trying to like figure out what's going on. I think I'm going to do a card roll just to see if it's like he can figure it out, or if he figures it out and it's terrible. Let's see what I get. 5 black. Yeah. So with a 5 black, that means it is. Looks at it and it's like, oh, this is bad. And he's getting getting at some ibuprofen. It's like calling in. And he's like, I think the problem is like, when did this stop? What caused this? Did you get attacked? What happened here?
I got into an accident, and I don't know. It was. I don't even remember details.
It's all right. You can turn off you can look at your phone later, Miss. I like puts it away. So like, All right. Well, you relax. We're gonna look at that. And he's just like terrified at the. He's like terrified. It's like you just take some. And he like gives us something to like help with the pain. But he's just like looking at these reports. And like he's fear, and he's like he's not looking at her with the fear. Like he's smiling, but he's like when he looks away, the camera sees his eyes are filled with fear at what he's seeing. As for what he's wondering, what is this horrifying thing that he's seeing? We'll find that out when it's back to his scene, but it's not. We go over to Maitri. Maitri, who's in the scene with you? What scene are we doing?
Definitely with my patient.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Where are you meeting your patient? Where do you meet your
There's so I've been given the details to meet Mr. Potts in my office. I'm walking into my office looking at this clipboard, and Mr. Potts is already seated waiting for me.
And you see a light-skinned man. His hair's brown but clearly dyed. Looks like he's could be in his like could be in his 40s, trying to pass for younger, or he could be in his 50s with excellent skincare. It's hard to tell. But to your trained eye, it's not skincare. It's skincare that's been going on to make himself look young. He's just like, are you Dr. Balakrish? Krishna?
Yes,
It is
Mr.
so
Bastille Potts?
Yes, exactly. It is so nice.
Bastille Potts.
Yes, your work is famous, and I am so glad I was able to have an appointment with you. Truly, I cannot wait to get this done.
I'm sorry. It says here that we are looking, and she sits and she looks at him and says, "It says here you're looking for a face transplant."
Well, it's more of a full facial reconstruction with other graft, but yes, that is an excellent way of summing it up. And he's like, and I hope I understand. I hope all my paperwork, because you don't the insurance, all the cash is in the order. So when can we start?
Well, I'll be honest, Mr. Potts.
Please call me Bastille.
Yes, because that's a very normal name. Bastille. I'm really more comfortable if I call you Mr. Potts. So, Mr. Potts, I'll be honest, a face transplant is something that I'm particularly interested in, because I am currently applying for a grant in innovation in plastic surgery, and I feel like this work can really transform my application, and so I am interested to get underway sooner rather than later. But
excellent.
You look like you've had work done before.
I looks like down and says like, yes, I did. I was in a unfortunate fire when I was much younger. And so
at this she stands up and gets like uncomfortably close to you and it's like looking at your face.
And so I needed skin grafts after that to repair. And like, yeah, definitely he has had like facial reconstruction surgery. He's had those kind of things. And honestly, as you can, and I
face transplant, please. Let's use medical terminology.
Of course, you are the doctor. Yes. So I needed, but this new face that was done very haphazardly, I finally gained the funds to gain something that's more suitable, something that's more suited to the appearance I used to have. Hopefully, I wanted to regain what I lost. I hope you understand. I'm also looking for a transformation.
It does say here that with your insurance, you used to be registered under a different name.
Yes, that is true. I did have a different name at that point. I changed it.
So you had a different name and a different face.
Yes. My name was My name was Carlos Cians, but I changed my name to Potts after I married my husband, who, God rest his soul. And then I changed Carlos because, and then his phone rings, and it's Pompeii by Bastille, and it's just like I just love their music.
Sure.
Mhm.
At this point, I would love to draw a card and see what the scene goes.
Okay, it is a Queen of Hearts. So that means it is a dramatic new development or sudden emergency. Which
Oh,
yes. Do
amazing.
you want to say what it is?
Do you have any ideas?
Well, we know what is. Yeah, we can say like he's like we don't need to worry about insurance, and he's like he has money. He's happy to like pay that cash, but like as he's like saying these like what's going, he's like describing the fire, and he's like doing all these kind of things. Uh I think something like pings you off that there's something odd about this guy, odd about the details, and I think maybe when you actually start researching the name of his husband. You start searching up because he said Cian and then Matthew, and you look that up, and you find out that person died. That person died in a fire. Uh, you know, and then their partner, kind of vanished. As you're trying to think like, and they're wanted as a
Dun,
suspect.
dun, okay. Okay.
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun. But yeah, that's after. Oh, you looked it up after he leaves.
right.
Unless
So
you want
I
to accuse
will.
him right now.
You know, I'm gonna just let Mr. Potts know that I need to review his case file, and I will get back to him.
I look forward to a transformative experience. I like, no. And he's out of there.
Amazing.
Got it. Okay, we are back. Let's go. We've established an order. Let's go back to the man who you can always get to for anti-pregnancy drugs. Dan, who are you prescribing birth control to today?
No one. I am a neurosurgeon.
That is my job.
It is.
Your fault that the 15-year-old gets pregnant. That's all I'm saying.
No, opposite my fault. I gave prescription at this point.
I don't like you accusing the 40-year-old man of being at fault for a 15-year-old getting pregnant. That's the wrong
Fair
kind
enough.
of drama.
Fair enough.
Dude, see him like signing off on the last thing he did with his unwelcome visitor. And after he leaves, he can like go over and look over at a picture he would have taken at his dinner gathering he had with that family, the Sate family. And as he's sitting at his desk, like shaking his head, like, they grow up so fast. And he kind of looks closer, and his eyes squint as he sees, my God. And immediately pulls up his phone and starts dialing for Prachi. And if she picks up the call,
He does. Hello.
Whenever you are free next time, could you come by my office real quick? I feel like it's been a while since your family in its entirety came for a bit of a checkup, and I think, especially you, perhaps we could have a bit of a word.
I already
Consider
got
it
the
a return
pills.
for my favor. I know you got the pills, kid. I actually have a few questions.
Well, I'm just around the corner. You want me to come in now?
If you can.
After a brief pause, she agrees to come in.
Did you want her with her parents or just by herself?
Just
Oh,
her.
she's not bringing her parents.
Yeah.
Because like he just called her immediately. Like when he sees the car, he's like, could you like just stand straight for a second?
Okay.
Kid, since when did you start favoring your left leg?
I don't know.
And he kind of comes
Wait,
in and
is
takes
this gonna be sad?
Yes.
God damn it!
You forgot what
Okay.
game we were playing. This isn't just.
It is a medical drama.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
Did
fair.
you think your patient can take pills and like just leave and never be
Yes,
seen
that is
again?
exactly what I thought
You
was
were
going to
not
happen.
safe. You're in urology, kid.
Amazing. Yeah, no, she's like, I don't know. I didn't think I had.
I think of it leaving, but I show you the picture. Comparing it to this definitely change. Like, I didn't forget your parents and
No, don't call. They'll be so mad.
have to talk about why you came in here the first place, but you were definitely, well, let's just say we might have to admit you sooner than later. If we are admitting you, I think it's best your parents are here.
The sad dramatic music swells.
Yeah. Known you for quite a few years, kid. It's the last thing I want. It might be the first thing we need.
Let's draw that card.
Ooh.
10 red. Red is good development.
I mean, in this scene, a good
Prachi
development, yeah.
agrees without content. And for the first time, you kind of see this veneer of teenage confidence kind of break. And all of a sudden, she is looking every inch the minor that she very much is.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and he's just like, it's okay, kid. People have come back from worse. And there's some remarkable research going down in certain parts of the world about planting pieces of an chimpanzee brain, which can be highly regenerative and can be very promising on motor function in present day people. Some people are even better off than they were before. And damn it, if there's anything I can do about it, I will make sure of one of those people. As he holds up a phone. Hey, Amit.
What? You want to end the scene there?
Huh?
Did you want to continue? Or did you want to end the scene there?
We can end the scene right there.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
great end spot.
Good. Nice. You have gotten also additionally you have you have 10 or higher colors. That means that kind of like scene, that story arc is concluded. So basically anything else you do is bonus. Anything else you do is
Nice.
extra. So that's good.
Be fun.
Yes, chimpanzee, regenerative chimpanzee brain tissues, the only top class accurate science on this show. Yes. All right. Now, Agent P, aka Tiffany. What scene are we doing? Or are you doing?
I think I'm gonna finally like, I'll be in a scene with my patient, but how setup will be is, you know, I've given the assignments to my PGs, and now it's time for me to go into like the outpatient department, see who's coming in, see what's new and stuff. So I get into the department, and a nurse like comes up to me like with exasperation on her face and like pushes a file into me and be like, "You won't believe who showed up." And I check the file. It tells me the room number and it says someone named Natasha. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I go into the room and I see a familiar face.
See this woman in her late 20s, looking extremely miffed with like just brown hair, kind of tucked back very like neatly, just sitting there on like the bedside of the patient end. But as she sees you coming, she doesn't seem surprised. She just has like a monotonous look on her face, and it's like, oh, good, it's you.
And I look at her. Oh my god, I forgot Tiffany has like a little bit of a Valley Girl accent, which I'm gonna do now.
She hides it when she's not with old friends.
I
Now
love
just
it. I love it.
I love it.
so good.
Oh, he's like, Natasha? No. What? Why? What's wrong? Tell me, girl. Like, what's up? It's been a minute, but like, as your doctor now, what's going on?
Well, it's great to see you're the same, Tiff. It's been a minute, but this was the closest hospital, unfortunately, so I had to come here. Well, in this department, it's a little weird, but I've had issues. I've been bleeding, and a
Okay.
little, let's just say, unwarranted, and annoying, and painful, and annoying. Did I say annoying, by the way?
Painful, and like she writes that down. Painful. So is it like during your period, like between your
It
period?
definitely is between,
Oh. Hmm.
and given how I left, well, this place, let's just say it's very unwarranted.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I'd like to draw a card to see where this goes.
Let's see how it goes. 8 red. So it goes the way you want it to go. Usually.
Amazing. So, listen, I'm gonna do a quick examination. Do you want me to call someone in, or am I just okay?
I mean, dear, it's your department, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you're capable, as every single man has said in this place.
Natasha, I know you have issues with the hospital, but you cannot be taking them out on me. Anyway,
I
change
know.
into
How's
these. I'll
Manny?
be right back. The resident? The ortho resident?
I mean, Manny, the junior resident, yes.
I think he's doing okay. Why? Were you the one who had a
Great,
crush on
great.
him?
Didn't say that. I'm simply asking how a old coworker is.
You would ask about an old coworker, but still shade me, huh? And I kind of give her like the
Yes.
scrubs to change into and step out of the room.
She changes as you're stepping out. She's like, I would shade you, yes.
So, I would do a quick examination and find out that it's nothing bad or malignant. And, she just needs a little bit of an operation just to get something out.
Sure, just a little operation.
Just a smidge of an
Teensy
operation.
bit of
When
invasion.
you
Just like-
tell her, her immediate reaction would just be like, oh, great, I have to stay here longer. With you! That's even better. Great, great.
Well, Natash, you shouldn't have come here if you didn't want me to,
It was
you
the
should have
closest
requested
place.
you could have requested someone else.
Yeah, so many great people in this hospital. Yeah, I remember. I recall.
Tiff kind of like flips her hair. Was like, well, you asked for the best, so here I am. Deal with it.
At this point, Manny just like pops his head into like, hi, I've come. Hi, doctor. I've wanted you. I was told to bring you these files, and he's just got like a bunch of medical files for you guys, but there's so many that his muscles are just bulging. He's like bringing them across.
Natasha glares at Manic like, "Oh, hi."
Oh, hi! It's so good to see you again, Natasha. Right? You were here. What was it 6 months ago?
Yeah, radiology. Yes.
So good to see. So good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
If I was, I wouldn't be here, would I?
You didn't just gonna come out and hang? Oh, that's a shame.
If only people came here to hang, I'd actually still be working here.
That's a shame. I said, oh, Tiffany, are we still on for are we still on for tomorrow? Afterward?
Yeah. Did Dr. Balakrishnan say anything?
I'll ask her. I think she was interested as well. He is talking about something. Whether he's talking about something completely innocent or something complete what she thinks about, I don't. I think Natasha has ideas. Might be he's just talking about yoga. Like he's trying to get everyone to
Natasha's
play yoga.
just like, ah. Glares over at Tiff, just like,
Yeah.
Didn't know you guys were so friendly.
Yeah. No. I saw Dr. Yeah, Balakrishna. I just had her over. Yeah, just had her yesterday. It was good. It was great. I mean, I could put. You want me to schedule some time for you as well, Natasha?
I don't think
Schedule
Natasha would be in the mood for some yoga anytime soon. We have to get her
Looks at you,
prepped.
what?
Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. It is. I get it. It's very intense and very sweaty. I understand why you want to.
Manny, you should probably go and, check on your patient.
Yeah, you'd be used to getting intense and very, right, Manny?
Yes.
Great. Great.
Lovely seeing you. And he just like goes out, but you see that it's like he went a little sour when you mentioned his own patient. Not like he was upset at working, but like he's something just like upset him about the patient. He's like, getting out.
Mm. Okay.
Feel free to end the scene whenever you want to.
The scene, I'm just gonna prep her. I'm gonna post her for
Just with her glaring at her doctor, like
Yeah.
that's where the scene
just
starts.
like filling out her like orders, like don't give her food, only liquid after so and so time, give her these many
Yeah.
drugs at so and so times,
Good.
monitor her.
Got it?
And the next morning she'll have her operation.
Nice. Yeah. So we count the cards separately for different scene for like patient scene versus doctor scene. So your 8 red doesn't combine with the 8 black you have for the doctor situation. So those scenes are still ongoing. So next up we agreed that I go next. So
Yes.
I think he's gonna go to someone for assistance regarding the patient problems. No, I think he's going to someone for advice about the patient problems, but it's going to be a doctor scene. And who does he go to for great wisdom about it? Actually, he's got 2 options.
He does.
I could go see. Yeah, you know what? Let's go. He goes see Dr. Alexander Mason, and he's just like says, he's just there nervously, like clipboard, like, Dr. Mason, I
Dr.
Tennessee-
Mason straight up was just plucking the strings of a guitar right now while looking at a patient's file. He gets a lot of liberty here because he's pretty old, like at the hospital itself.
dude, I forget. I always love the way when you play. We really got a jam sometime. You should see me on the bass.
Uh-huh. He immediately puts the guitar aside when you say that. Ah, Dr. Prasad. What can I help you with?
He like comes in and he has like found this new patient that just came in. She's the chart I'm reading. It's not good. And he's like, "No, she was. It's a problem with her. There's a problem with her leg, and it can be fixed. There's a lot of pain, but I don't know if I can get it back to the way it was. It's and it's like she's an athlete.
Yeah. He walks up and kind of like just takes your clipboard from you. He like looks it over while like stroking his like little like stubble, like just hands it back to you, and just like it is quite dealable, honestly. And I feel like the main issue we have here is the patient is gonna go into shock. I do have a solution, but you and your patient might not like it.
Let's roll a card before we start advocating chimpanzee brains.
I have 2 outcomes, so this is great.
Black
Oh,
2. Okay.
great!
So yeah, this doesn't go the way I want it. What are you suggesting?
Now, there is a technique I heard about down in South Africa. You can, well, you, fortunately, with my help, we can remove certain pain receptors and nerve endings for the patient so that they don't feel shock of the surgery once they wake up, and they are able to go through rehabilitation without going into complete shock. That should give you time to fix the lacerations.
Are you out of your mind? And he's like looking at it like, I may be young, like, and I respect you a lot, but this is madness. Like removing the pain receptors, like that doesn't come back. That you cannot, even afterwards. Physical rehab will never be the same it was before. Even if this process does work, is this just a part of your grant? Do something extremely risky and extreme to get that grant? I will not let you
We're
sabotage.
changing the world for the better here, okay?
We are not rules.
So what if this patient can't feel their leg for a few months or their life? It'll be operational. They can still use it. Sure, if you stab it, you won't feel it, but they can use their leg.
It matters to them. And he's like getting up and like he like stamps his leg down, and then he like slips a little bit on his leg, which has always been a little unsteady. Like, I will not sacrifice. She has a future. I'm not going to let her potential future
She
be.
does.
Yes.
A painless future.
She can still succeed. She could be the next great. She will succeed. She will succeed, and she will get back the way she was, but not at your strange Frankenstein surgery. Goodbye, and I will see you at yoga. He goes out and like slams the door behind him.
As you're leaving, he's like, "Do you want her to be successful in her future, or do you want her?"
He has like the door stopped just before it slammed. He heard it, and then he just like closes the door without a response. The relationship's damaged. Will it get fixed? Who knows? Stay tuned. We go over to Dr. Balakrishnan. What scene would you like to have? A patient scene or a doctor scene?
I did a patient scene the last time, right? So
Correct.
I'll have a doctor scene. With the I'm gonna have it with HP.
Yes.
I will go. I'm again bump into her as she's leaving. As she's leaving, Natasha. Will it really mess with you if I make a change to your diagnosis? for the sake of drama.
What do you have in mind?
I would very much like for her to be pregnant with Dr. Mason's child. Like, no, so you think it's a growth? It is a growth, but it's a pregnancy growth,
Oh
and
my,
she's pregnant with Dr. Mason's child.
oh my god. Wait,
You
Is
can say no.
is Natasha comfortable with that? Oh my lord.
Natasha
Okay.
doesn't know what's happening, so yes.
Oh,
You can say no.
I'm thinking. Cause it hmm. You know what? Fine.
So she runs up to you and says, "Oh, your files got mixed up. Your files got mixed up." And we'll come to you and
What are
say,
you
"Your
what are you talking about?
file got mixed up with my file, and this is yours." And she shoves the stack of papers at you that says that your patient is pregnant.
I just look at the reports and I'm like, I don't think Natasha would like receiving this kind of news from me.
Oh wait,
Oh,
Natasha's
dearie.
here.
Yeah, yeah, Natasha from radiology, the one who quit. Yeah,
The one that was
her.
always thirsting after Manny?
I knew it. Oh my god. Listen, I called her out on it. She denied it. Manny showed up. She was giving him death stares. It was a thing.
Did you know we go to hot yoga? Because that'll like push her over the edge.
She did. Because I might have mentioned it accidentally, though, obviously.
When she was giving you grief? You know, if she's pregnant, it's probably Dr. Mason's. Like, you know that, right? If
What?
that's your
Huh?
patient, like, oh my god, we have to
How?
go for a drink afterwards. I have so much to
Wait.
tell you.
If she had a thing for Manny, right? If she had a thing for Manny, why
I don't
for
know, because
Mason?
Mason and Manny spend so much time together. So I don't
Do they?
know. I don't think. So maybe she was trying to
Is it a
get to
thing with
me.
like names starting with the letter M?
Maybe. I don't know. You know how they mix up your name and Mason's name because the
Ugh,
Alexander.
yeah.
So that's probably what it is. Anyway, your patient's pregnant. So good luck.
Can I get a
And
card?
yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
draw a
seriously,
card,
it's
and
my
if it's
13th.
good, then
My
she is
13th.
tell her. If it's bad, then I'll tell her.
Well, it's your scene, mate, but you got
It's my 13th.
so you got a 3 red, which is a red is you. It's what you want.
Okay, well, good luck telling her.
So
Drinks are on you tonight.
They are.
Yeah,
This
good.
guy came in for a face transplant and like paid out of pocket, so I have a ton of money.
Drinks that Natasha isn't
That's
invited to.
sus. That is totally not what? Out of pocket?
We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, really?
yeah, is that
It's sweeps week at Lightford
out of curiosity, is there like any consideration that they don't know if it's Mason's or Manny's kid?
Oh yeah, no, it's just
A love
it's just
triangle.
Agna's assumption that
That's
it's
on you.
Mason's kid.
Has Natasha only been thirsting after Manny, or has she
Ooh.
actually landed something there?
But I mean, it'd be
I think
unless
I'm
maybe
also very interested. My
Yeah.
Trey is very invested in
Yeah.
knowing.
Dan is also very interested.
unless
So am
Natasha
I.
unless Natasha is like Mason's ex-wife or something.
I mean,
Ooh.
both my characters are okay with it.
Self-love.
I want an argument to happen between the two of them now, just so I can have
Oh, yeah,
Cash
that would
screaming
be
at
and drive
himself.
it like you
Totally
stole
not
it.
used to doing that already.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, the good news is, sorry, when it's Tan's turn, like Tan's kind of done with the patient. They can go. They now have 2 scenes to go fully on the doctor stuff. So this might be perfect for them.
Fantastic. Well, I'm fading to black as okay, good luck telling her bye.
Alexander Mason, it's yours. The scene is yours. Who do
Great.
you want to hang out with?
Well, I would first would have actually gone to uh uh to discuss an upcoming board meeting for senior doctors where he would have literally like left his office after dealing with Manny, dealing with his questionable patient, and making his way towards her office, like going over to the plastic surgery department and knocking on the door. Are you in there?
Yes.
Slides the door open. Ah, right thing, you. Just a quick little word before I headed off for lunch, actually.
Oh, it's not even lunch yet. No, this is happening. Amazing.
This is
I
the
love it.
morning.
You know,
I
some people have a
love
late
it. I love
lunch.
it.
Some-
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Plus, Mason kind of works on his own schedule.
Sure, sure. And look at her. It's like it's
He's in
almost 3.
neurosurgery, like it's fine. Like no extra work today. He dealt with a he dealt with a minor earlier. That's all he did today.
Is Natasha Mason's ex-wife? Feel in on that.
Or like
Let's
just an
say-
ex.
Let's say ex, not ex-wife.
Oh, okay. So she's gonna
Mason has
kind of
commitment
like
issues.
give you these eyebrows and be like, guess who's here?
You were in your office.
No, guess who was in the hospital?
Ooh.
Asha.
Jesus goes. Huh. Great.
You should go say hi to her.
Why's that?
She probably wants to see you.
I mean, but again, there's also things I want to do, like maybe
Oh right,
see
you came
her.
in. You came in here.
Yes, I did. I just had to mention that I was talking to the administration earlier, and Grant may be, leaning towards neurology.
And you can see this this look across like they're favoring the old boys again, are they?
It's not as much as favoring the old boys, it's more that they're favoring saving someone's motor functions over perhaps a slightly botched nose job.
How dare you? I give people a chance to live a brand new life on their terms. You
I
at
give
best fix things that have gone wrong.
Yes, things in my department going wrong mean people can't live. Period.
Do you think people can live in bodies they don't want to live in?
Definitely
Also,
hard.
I'm
I
not
do
the
it
one that
every
got my
day.
ex pregnant, so
What? Can I get a card?
4 black. I think that's
Oh
good.
no!
I think that's appropriate. 4 black.
Yeah, that's very appropriate. Mason just goes pay. He's like, what?
I'm sorry, are you stupid as well as filled with nepotism, Dr.
What do
Mason?
you mean filled with nepotism? I'm not
You
arguing
know
the stupid part
exactly
right
what I
now.
mean.
I worked my way to this position over 15
I'm
years.
sure you did. And
Have you conducted over 25 chimpanzee transplants in a human brain?
I
No, I didn't
conducted
think so.
2 face transplants yesterday. Just
I
yesterday.
can do that oval. What is this about an X?
And I would request that we feed the black back
Oh, we cut to commercial. We come back to Agent P. Is Tiffany, what scene would you like to have? With patient or with doctor?
I think I need to have a heart to heart with my patient.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just like I come to her, like, I almost said hotel, her hospital room,
Going over magazines, like,
in her bed,
yeah.
and I go up to her. I'm like, "Hey, how are you feeling? You feeling okay? The meds doing their job?"
Yes, I am a little loopy, but still in mild and constant pain, as always.
Okay, I'll let someone know about the pain. Hopefully, we can do something about that. Um, I did have you posted for tomorrow morning because I did want to prioritize you. Just give you an extra
That's a
boost because you
first,
used
but
to
yeah,
work here.
great.
But while we were running some tests, we have a little bit of a situation. You still do technically have a mass, except that it you're pregnant. Mhm.
He's just like, I'm sorry, what?
You're pregnant?
So you work in this department, you couldn't tell if a growth was child or not.
No, you still have a growth that isn't the child. But
Oh, great,
you also
great.
have
You're eating for 3.
Amazing.
You're eating for 3. Are you on any birth control? Her voice goes up just like this.
I told you recently, let's just say I haven't needed any.
And why did you think you didn't need any? Just
Because
so
I
I
wasn't
have it on the
doing
board.
anything that needed any.
Okay, and how for how many months is this?
About, well, since I left the hospital, so about a month and a half now.
Yeah, I think this happened before you left the hospital. Now I'm not one to accuse or speculate.
You want?
I'm not. I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm a diligent worker who cares about my patients. If other people get up to shenanigans and I
Well,
hear
that is
it,
true. I am a patient right now, not a coworker, so I'm safe.
so you have full, you know, I cannot for the life of me remember the word. Confidence? No, I don't know the word. Um, you could tell me anything, nothing will come out of this. Did you have any relationships with anyone in the hospital that might have warranted this kind of situation?
Maybe.
Would it be more than one coworker?
Maybe.
Would it be more than 2 coworkers?
Definitely.
More than 3 coworkers?
She just does this at this point. Dear, I stopped working here for a reason.
Oh my god, this is Mamma Mia
Go,
all
what
over
a
again.
hang up with Natasha.
Mamma mia! Here we go again.
Get it, girl.
Do you want to draw a card?
Yes, please.
It's a peace scene. I wanted to draw a card like 5 lines ago.
So Queen Black.
No.
That means
No.
there is a dramatic new development or sudden emergency.
Can I make a suggestion?
What's your suggestion?
My suggestion is that Dr. Mason barges into the room at that exact moment. You think you're pregnant?
Yes.
I'd also like to suggest the stress of that happening means before she can confess, maybe something happens. Like, okay, we got to put her under. So there's this further doubt. She can't really confess to that. Like we had medical drama and real drama.
Wait, well, let's Dr.
Yeah.
Mason. Let's enter him. Let's have him enter first.
He already entered. That's the problem. No, I'm kidding. Let's
Yeah,
go.
he slams the door open. Hey, Tiff, is Natasha here?
And I just kind of point, like she's right next to me. I just point to Natasha.
Just like he looks over. Hi. Put it to you, like, Jane, this everything okay?
I kind of just wanted to say tan dog to himself. Like, this is basically
I'm getting
like
that
my
basically.
engagement.
And Natasha immediately looks over. Oh, great! Everyone's here today. Great. What do you mean, everyone? Oh, just actually, Manny was here earlier today. Well, and I literally showed up because I heard about this. Why are you bringing Manny up? Well, he's here first. You didn't have to call for him or anything. Yeah. Uh-huh. And who showed up when, actually leaving the hospital, even if you didn't want them to show up? And she's like, well, I know you showed up, but I never said you were the only one who showed up. Is she pregnant? Looks at Tiff.
I am not at liberty to say.
What? What do you mean you're not at liberty to say? And
She's not your patient. She's not
that's
your
right.
patient.
I'm not your patient, Mason. Not even your coworker. That makes us what? Nothing? He's just like, I literally in front of you after a month and a half, and that's what you have to say to me. I mean, I have plenty more to say to you, but I am currently talking to my doctor at the moment.
Yeah, so it's best if you leave, Dr. Alexander.
Yes, I think it is best that I leave, Dr. Alexander.
Yes, the door right there.
As he's stepping to the door, she again speaks up. Yes, that is the door. If you remember to lock it this time on your way out. And he leaves.
You can't lock hospital doors.
I know you can. In this hospital, you can. Because this is the hospital.
It makes a dramatic clicking sound, but it doesn't actually lock.
Yeah, like
just for drama.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Oh,
Really
Oh
incredible.
my lord.
Whew.
Oh no, it's me, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Your
wait. I
turn.
just
Yeah,
give me one
keep going,
second
keep
with my
going.
patient.
Keep going.
I'm gonna look back at Natasha's like,
You
Listen,
don't even have privacy in any of your patient rooms anymore? Great, this hospital really is going to shit. I'm glad I left when I did.
you know what, Natasha? Good. Good for you. You left. You know what? I hope you find better opportunities, but I need.
Looks at him leaving at the door. Yeah, also hope the same.
Do you know? Do you need to call someone? Do you know who the father might be?
I mean, might as well page a few departments here for that, I guess.
Well, let me know if you
I
need
mean,
anything.
you have blood tests of all the employees here. Can't you just do a paternity test? I think that'll just be quicker than me finding out.
Natasha, I truly
Just let
do.
me. I don't have to tell them. That's for me to deal with.
I legally cannot do that. I cannot
Yeah,
do a
but what
DNA
about
test like
as
this.
a friend?
I'm not gonna put my career on the stake for a friend who chides me, as you do.
Don't chide you, dear. If I was chiding you, you would know.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'll get someone to help with the pain. And I walk out cold.
Tiffany be cool.
Oh, fantastic.
All right, so shall we go? So I think for me, I think I'll have another doctor scene as I was looking for guidance, didn't find it necessarily from my from my mentor Mason. So I think he's going to speak to someone else. He's got sometimes seeks guidance from. I think he goes to
Oh.
see. Yeah, I think he goes to see Tiffany. Yeah, so like probably later in the day. So it's not
These four
immediately.
doctors are having a day.
Yeah, just
It's just a
the
day, and then in the back.
busiest today.
For the record, if you went to Mason, he was gonna snap so hard at him.
I know that's why I didn't. Yeah, and the whole time Alpina's just like just into popcorn, just enjoying the show. Like, oh my god,
Yep.
this is fantastic.
This is
I'll put on a
great.
shit
Wow,
starter.
guys, this is stressful.
No, she's almost losing a grand. That's some stress for her.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes to see probably yeah
If
yeah, he goes to see Tiffany when probably in our office a little bit later after this, and he goes and he like knocks and he's like hey, hey, hey Tiff, can I come in?
Yeah. What? Yeah, Manny.
Sure.
Come inside.
Oh, good. And he like comes in and he's like a little less formal than he was like before when he's carrying all the files. He's like very like straight laced and all that kind of thing. Even though when he's talking about yoga, now he's like he's like a bit more relaxed. I just had a fight with Dr. Mason. I think he's really angry at me.
Yeah, ditto, but for other reasons. What seems to be the problem?
Yeah, just as another problem with this there's one with this girl, my patient.
Uh-huh.
She's I can't. She has a problem with her foot, and it's going to require intense surgery. And the physical recovery is going to be hell. Like even if it goes well, the shocks, the pain, it's going to be a trial to go through. And yes, there are surgeries. Like Dr. Mason was suggesting surgeries kind of alleviate that and to deal with those pains. But she is an athlete. She wants to, play for the nation. But unfortunately, if this happens, yes, the pain will be bad, but everything she's worked for, she'll never become an athlete as she wants to. And I don't, and I know when that choice wasn't given to me, I could have, when they made the search on me, all the work I had to become, all my future to become part of the national hockey team, it's gone. And I didn't want to take, and it's hard for me to even suggest taking that away from somebody. Like, is it the right call to make them endure that kind of pain? Like, I can see it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to like suggest.
The thing about pain is that it can be managed through physiotherapy. I mean, yes, the first few months are going to be hellish, are going to be difficult. It's going to be hard for them to find the motivation. But I think at the end of the day, what they'll appreciate is the fact that they can still do what they wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm glad
I
we could.
think I think your patient is the kind of person who has the determination to get back where she was.
Yeah, I think so. I'm glad we can talk. It's nice to talk. We haven't been able to talk since, like since the, outside yoga. We haven't really. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to talk since the thing about 8 weeks ago. Like, why are you acting? You remember the mask? The hospital had like a masked ball about 8 weeks ago. No?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Like, so,
Who did you ask to the ball again? Remind me. My memory is a little wonky these days.
I mean, we weren't asking anyone, but like we were then. We were having drinks and we danced, and you had that mask on, that red one, and then we like spent time, and then we kind of went to the back, one of the, I don't know, what's the time for the bunk beds that the interns like sleeping in the hospital.
The intern room.
Yeah, we kind of.
intern.
I mean, we never really spoke what happened there. And as he's saying it, like, you were not wearing a red mask that night.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, Manny, I was wearing purple. I think I know who was wearing the red mask too.
Oh.
And I think they might be having your baby.
What the fuck? I'm rolling. I'm drawing a card.
What the fuck is this?
Well, it's a dramatic development. Red Jack. Oh god. Oh, that wasn't you. Oh god. Oh wait, baby. What the? Oh no. What?
I think the person in red, the girl in red, was Natasha. The radio
Yes,
PG.
I'm well aware. Mason's ex would. I mean, she knew who I was, and then, but I thought that was you. Oh god. Oh god.
Manny, no, sweetie. Okay, listen. The good thing, the kind of silver lining is that Natasha does want to find out who the father is. She did ask me to do it illegally. I was not comfortable with that. Would you
Yeah.
do you think you'd be down to take a paternity test?
I mean, I have to know. I can't not know whether it's. Oh god, I feel. Oh god, this is embarrassing on so many levels and humiliating. Oh. Oh god.
Listen, I'll treat you as a patient. Everything is confidential. You didn't tell me anything other than, what is required.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you anything other than what was required.
Yes, so maybe don't. Thank you for your advice. I'll give the blood test or saliva, whatever's easiest for you. If you just send some into me, I need to go for a run. But yes, I'll do that. And about the math confusion, I gotta go. And he just bolts out of there.
Oh no.
Yeah. I like to imagine the second he bolts out, he bumps into Mason very aggressively walking back to his office.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know.
What did you do?
I didn't know she had the red mask. Bro,
Wait, what are you talking about?
I didn't know. Just go ahead. He just
Yeah.
gets up and he runs.
Mason is like, what?
Parkour! He just parkours out the door. Ah, that's my scene.
Yeah, that is your scene.
Alpana? Who would you like to have
Oh
a scene with?
man.
Doctor or
I've
patient?
had a scene with doctors and patients. You know what? I'm gonna give Bastille Potts another call.
Mhm. Sure. Do you want him to come to your office, or were you like phoning him?
I think I'm just gonna phone him and Dave, Mr. Potts, this is Dr. Balakrishna. We spoke earlier today about your face transplant.
Oh yes. Hi. Abs. Oh, good. Great. That's glad. Are we getting a schedule? Because like this sooner it may done better.
I'm not in the business of helping people do illegal
Putting
things.
sirens in the background, just
Yeah.
like a chopper in the air.
Oh, I'm watching Rambo.
Okay. I worry that your motives are more nefarious than perhaps just wanting a different face.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
I'm
Hi.
I'm not insinuating anything. I
This.
have read very specifically that your husband died in a fire and that you
Mhm.
were a prime suspect, or rather, the name that was on your insurance form before Bastille Potts. Which, by the way, you really need to come up with a different name because that one's just awful.
Bastille music is great, and I will hear no word against.
A nurse,
Was that
kind
Chirag
of knocks
saying it?
on your
No, it's a. I haven't heard a Bastille song in years.
Yes,
a nurse
thank
knocks on your.
you.
It's like, Dr. Balakrishnan, have you heard of a Mr. Scenes or Cians or Science? I don't know. The police are here, and they were like, someone might have been here. Something about a cell phone tower pinging. I don't know.
Mr.
On your
Potts,
phone, you hear,
need to go.
"We have you surrounded."
This Rambo is going really great.
I need to go, Mr. Potts. And
You wanna
she hangs up.
you wanna draw a
They
card?
go, yes, please.
Oh no!
Jack Black. Ah,
Amazing.
so this is gonna go very dramatic and bad. So
You get all your accomplices as
Fantastic.
well.
so what
Can
happens?
I make a suggestion?
Yes, this is your scene.
I think Dr. Balakrishnan is arrested for abetting this criminal and is marched out in handcuffs in front of everyone.
Because he paid you in cash, and the cash was a
Yes.
bit, yeah.
Mason gets the grant.
He's just like looking, what the fuck, the parkour, and he sees you out like, this might be a good day after all.
Just, you know, lost when even Steven kind of a day.
So she's
I can
being
play
marched
child
out
support
and
now.
is protesting the entire way. And but that is that is the end of Dr. Balakrishna for until 6 weeks. Next
Well,
week.
you have one scene. You have one scene left. Everyone gets 4 scenes.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Everyone gets 4
You'll
scenes.
never get me alive.
Fantastic.
That's
So
okay.
she's being marched out of the hospital, and that's the end of this particular scene.
Yes, exactly. If people do need to leave early, message me. But I think we're still good. So
Yeah.
we go. Why don't you tell us where Dr. Alexander Mason? What scene's happening with Dr. Alexander Mason right now? It's
Well, good that you mentioned him. After seeing these two very starkly different developments, he's probably gonna immediately hunt down Dr. Manny.
Mhm.
Emphasis on hunt.
Sure.
Where does he find him?
He's not hard to find. He goes on his runs in the same place that he usually does. He goes in like a part part of like a park that's like both for runners and dogs. He doesn't have a dog. He likes to race the dogs, and it's great. Yeah, so he's there. He's not racing any dogs. He's just like doing around. So you basically catch him on a lap coming back.
Yeah, like intercept him mid-lap, basically. Just Manny,
Dr. Mason.
I thought I'd find you here. Working that leg, I see.
No,
Good on you. Muscles?
it's important. And he like taps his like leg. He keeps it circulating. He's in scrubs. He didn't change out, so it's just this guy running around in scrubs, sweaty.
Which is
getting-
odd. Usually he changes.
Yeah, it's to cure the stress, but the sweeps. You gotta have
Everything
like
all right
sweaty
with
scrubs
you?
and all
You
this.
seem a little out of sorts, Doctor.
Did did you hear that Natasha was in the hospital?
Yes.
And she has a. She's.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. So I don't have to violate any confidentiality.
Why? I'm just wondering. It's not about confidentiality. I did hear that what the situation is. Why do you seem distressed, Doctor?
So, I've always had like a. I've had a. I told you when we were like drinking that one time you let me drink with you that I
Yeah,
I-
8 weeks ago at the function.
yeah,
Yes.
and I had a man, we had so much whiskey. I had a
We had a nice heart-to-heart there, I remember.
I had a crush on Tiff. Like big crush. Like
She kind of goes, oh, yeah.
yeah. And then you said, that I could that I could go I should go for it. And you said, she's right over there. And then you like pointed and I went for it. Although now I find out that the person you were pointing at was standing next to Tiffany. And it was it turns out Tiffany was in the purple mask. Tasha was in the red mask.
You watch his face just drops, and he's like, I'm sorry, what?
I didn't know. I didn't know who I
I
was
mean,
in the bunk bed with.
Personally, I was not with Natasha at the time. But
But the
you
bro
can
code, man.
understand.
The bro code. I'm sorry, I broke the bro code.
And this is can I draw a card?
Yes. We almost draw cards. How the scene goes. Jack
Oh,
How can it get more dramatic?
I know how.
Amazing.
That's
I show up. That's how it gets dramatic.
before you show up. Right before you show up, actually. That works perfectly. Right before you show up.
Uh-huh.
That's wait. He was wearing purple.
Tiffany was wearing purple, and apparently Natasha was wearing.
How much whiskey did we have that night?
I don't know. Maybe we needed to get our retina checked. How many people were in masks? What?
I mean, we were all in masks.
Everyone.
That was the theme of the party.
I
Masks
know.
from the masks.
I know. Oh God.
We called it.
Mom.
Wait. Annie. Your candor. I should let you know, I kind of went back with. Well, I went to the person wearing purple who I thought was Natasha. I thought I was. But it rekindled something. That's why I was extremely upset at her that she didn't call the next day. I was wondering why someone else messaged me that day. I meant nothing. That's where Tiff walks into the scene.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just say that like I overheard that last bit and just be like, "You were the person
Like,
at the
oh,
dinner?"
how small is this hospital?
No. Oh,
Well,
what the?
it's not big enough.
Oh, what the?
How much whiskey did you have?
I did not know that was you. First of all, obviously, we all had
I mean,
masks.
yeah, I was wearing the black mask. Yeah.
we wore matching masks. Wait, who did you think it was?
I didn't think it was either of you. Well, to be fair, I
Well,
didn't care. But I have results from a test that I did. Well, to be fair, it'll only exclude one of you. We won't know if the other one is for sure.
well,
Unless Dr. Alexander cooperates.
Okay.
be cool.
For a DNA test, Doctor, are you that thick in the head?
Not thick in the head. I thought you already had all of our DNA in the fucking employee database.
And compare it with patient data? That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. But clearly,
Lux a
you don't
strand of
care.
hair with the root. You see a grunt of pain. There you go.
I take it and I hand him like a test tube, and I'm just like, I need your saliva, not your hair.
Give that back. I don't have too many of those left.
It's. I know.
Yeah.
But I look down at my file and I'm like,
Gives a swab and
this is a good outcome. What would Manny consider good?
I mean, do you want?
my scene.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
let's see. You know what? Yeah, what would Dr. Mason consider good?
Don't know. They're both my characters. Mason would prefer it to be his kid. Natasha would prefer it to be Manny's kid.
Really? Manny's a 20. Manny's a junior resident.
Yes.
And a man in a
Don't
one
judge
shot.
Natasha.
I think Natasha would prefer it to just be a growth. I don't know what.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but if it is a
I'm
kid,
gonna
you
flip
know.
a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Fine, go.
What do you? No, I'm not even gonna
Heads
tell you
of
what is
Mason.
what. No,
You-
I'm not gonna tell you what is what.
Do you want us to find? Do you want us to go to your new scene? That's where we discover what the answer is.
Yes.
All right, we go. That was
Tiff just walks away from us after that.
no. The
No,
scene fades to black.
I heard everyone into my office.
Yes. So
No, I heard everyone into Natasha's room.
okay. So that was the last scene of Tan. We now go Agent P. As the scene cuts, we go to where Natasha's room.
Hmm.
So who have you brought with you? Just
I would say
boys?
that I heard it everyone into like Natasha's room, but like uh some time has passed and I was able to like put a rush on the second DNA test. Um and the nurse had just come in to like drop off the second file. And I open the files and I just kind of hand them no, I look at the files and I'm like, Natasha, the father of your child is Dr. Mason.
Natasha's just like,
Want to draw a card to see the reaction, or you want to go without it?
Let's see the reaction. Let's draw a card.
Okay. Okay. 10 black.
Oh, her.
oh my god, it's oh ah that's great. Great. He didn't have anything to worry about. I mean, you haven't spoken to me in 2 months. What do you mean I had nothing to worry about? I mean, it's yours. I mean, if anything, it's ours then. And that also depends on what you want. Oh, looks at Manny, looks back at Mason.
I can teach mommy daddy yoga to really get you guys together and really care for the baby while it's been and really establish that connection every second Saturday, as a kind of my apology, bring you two closer together.
Natasha looks like, oh yeah, that's great. And on days you're busy with work, Manny can just replace you. That's perfect.
Not how it works, but not how it works.
You can just like fill in for him at the yoga.
Oh my God, look at the time. He looks at his non-existent watch. I gotta go for a run. Parkour!
Says parkour as he opens the door.
These don't lock.
I know. Well, if vegetable, what do you think we should do? I'm kind of still in pain. I am very heavily medicated right now, so I don't really care what's happening in this room, but I did feel a lot of pain when I wasn't medicated. Is that normal?
Well, Natasha, do you want to keep the baby?
I mean, that depends on father, and she kind of leans closer to you. Are we sure?
I kind of lean in and like, yes, we are sure it's Mason, but this decision does not depend on him. It depends on you. And what you say goes.
I know. Wanted to know who's, there. Oh, well. Oh, fine. You were working for that grant, weren't you, Mason? You should be fine. He's just like, oh, so this doesn't change anything between us. I mean, of course it does. You have a kid now.
May as well call the kid Grant. That's where the money's going.
You might. That was honestly the joke I was about to make. Oh, well, can't really control what happens from that point onwards. If there's any assistance you need, if the pain stays, I have been looking into some very promising research into lizards that could prove very fruitful here.
I like turn him away. I'm like, I don't think lizards are the choice right now. Thank you so much, Dr. Mason, for your valued input. And just usher him out the
Yes,
door.
just as valued as the name suggestion you gave there. He gets ushered out.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets ushered out and then goes back to reading research thesis by Dr. Kurt Connors.
Thank you for getting the reference.
Yes. And that is now, you've done your 4 scenes. And now it is. Oh, yes. Please go.
I have like I got a 10 black. So does that mean like
Yes.
my overall interaction ends up?
I mean, yes. The way
Included.
it works is if a scene goes totals up and there's more black than red, scene kind of ends in kind of like a quasi-negative kind of way, which this kind of did. I mean, it's not like they lost the baby. It is like that's a messed up relationship for everyone, and especially you. You were in the middle. It got weird. Definitely, that's there. Your doctor relationship is unresolved because you only got an 8. So that's for next episode, which
Yeah.
we can that's like an unresolved plot line. Yeah. So now, yeah. We'll do a summary at the end, an epilogue. But yeah, we'll just finish off the last 2 scenes as we go. The Dr. Mani Prasad, he goes to see his patient, who has been kind of so patiently been waiting, being prepped for surgery, prepped for as we kind of decide what to do, and goes up to his patient, and he's sorry. What was the guy? What was their last name again?
Ellis.
Okay, yeah. He goes up. Hey, Ellis. So we've reviewed the options, and as I've meant, and I've said before, but I want to reconfirm with you. There are two options ahead for the surgery. There is one that we can a little bit more, that's more invasive, that means that the pain is not so bad, but the overall recovery, you will never be the 100% that you were before, certainly. And while the pain will be less, you won't be able to compete as you want to. You will not be able to be a professional athlete. You'll be able to live a full life, but what you've been working so hard for won't be able to happen. The alternative is we can save your leg, but the pain will be much worse. But through physiotherapy, through hard work, exceptional hard work, if you can push past it, you can get back to this level. But the choice is yours. I cannot force you to do a trial that you're not willing to do. So I ask you again, do you have any questions before you decide which way you want to go?
Oh, Doc, I got to hear a lot about you from the from the nurses, and from what I hear, you were just like me, and you were also in a similar situation.
Different was I wasn't given the choice. They operated while I was under, and the choice was taken away from me.
And what choice would you have chosen, Dr.
That's-
Manning?
This isn't about me. This is about
I know
you.
it isn't, but humor me.
If I had taken it, if I hadn't had this happen to me, I wouldn't be a doctor as I am now. I wouldn't have met incredible people here, great mentors. Wouldn't have seen incredible action. Wouldn't have met wonderful people. And he's just like going there, and his eyes like glance to the left, and just like walking around, doing her rounds. He sees Tiffany just like walking by, and his like eyes linger on that for a second before coming back. At the time, I would have fought, but I'm not unhappy with where I am, and it's taken a lot of work here too. There's no easy part either way. It's still effort. It is still work, whichever part you do. This isn't an easy option either way, but the choice is yours. I'm not going to take that away from you, but just know there isn't a wrong choice here. Choosing one is not a sign of weakness or lack of effort, because it will be work either way. But whichever way you go, I think you can do the work, because you're a fighter too. You want me to draw a card?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Also, I really wanted to give you a monologue.
Black Queen.
Um,
Did you want to do a monologue now? Because the bad thing that happens.
I want to just be.
Can that be the
like
monologue?
no, I like. You just hear her kind of say like, "I want to continue what I'm doing because I don't think I can do what you can. What you did."
And he like takes that and he like prepares for surgery, and he says like, and you can just like hear his voice as he's like saying this over like, and says like, an incredible as you're an incredible warrior, incredible fighter. You've done incredible things, and really would push through. And then as like the camera's kind of posing, he is in a suit. He's on a plinth, and he's like speaking out to a lot of people in a chapel, and says like, but the surgery was risky. It was truly difficult time, and while we fought as hard as we could, it's just a bright star is gone today, and I am so sorry. And yeah, he's saying this at a funeral in front of all these family, all things. He's been like called up to speak, and you could just see him just like dejected and kind of like beaten down. And it's like, like takes his just like there. He's now properly like fully limping. Before he like holds it up, and now he's like properly. He actually has his cane with him, which he usually tries to ignore, tries to push back, but he's just too tired of trying to push through it. It's just like goes down and sits at the front. Like some people are saying, "Thank you for saying the words." Other people are glaring at him, like some of the family members. It's a mixture, and but he was invited anyway.
Mason hands him a purple handkerchief.
Ignores the color, and he's just like, "Thank you." I'll try later. And I just like there, thing down with thing. Did you think Natasha? Actually, who else came? Actually, we won't show if Alpina came because that's going to find out next scene.
I think Natasha came on her own.
She's there. Did Tiffany come?
Tiffany came to support
A
Manny.
more visibly pregnant Natasha came.
Yeah. So that's the dramatic thing. He's just like there. Sad music is playing. Credits are going. As we go to the last scene, as we kind of like, what happened?
What happened?
with Dr. Balakrishnan.
You'll never take me alive.
So you see the final scene of this episode. The camera pans across a series of bars that are very clearly like a jail cell, and you go across these beautifully made up red lips, and it pans out to show Opna's face behind these bars, and she looks determined. And as she is watching these people kind of like there's activity around her, she's just kind of standing at the bars, and there's all this activity around her, and you see marched to the cell next to her Basil Potts being brought in handcuffs and being put in the holding cell next to hers. And she sees him and she walks over, and that's her scene.
We still got to draw a card.
Draw a card. I have a suggestion depending on the card.
I also have a suggestion depending on the card.
Amazing.
I got it. I got
I've
it.
read.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I bail her out.
Yeah.
I come in and like I like walk. You hear like little clips of like high heels because it's like after hours.
Sure.
And you see like the policeman come like with like a bundle of keys and like me in tow, just dressed to the tens with like a really big bag, and the policeman like kind of clunks and like gets you out of the holding cell. You come out and I give you a big hug.
Amazing.
And I'm like, I kind of like throw the little bag at her. It's like, I got you a change of clothes. We're going out.
Thank you.
We need at least 5 Long Islands.
You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I took the day
Oh
off.
God, me too. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. You go out, and he's just saying, like, looking Bastille Potts, aka whatever, all his other names, just like glaring at you. As you like head out, and How to Save a Life plays over the credits by the Fray.
Drifting newspaper flies across the wind.
Exactly.
Big research grant won by Dr. Mason.
Yes. Yeah. And like epilogues start happening. Yeah. The grant is coming. Both the reward for the research and also potentially baby Grant is on their way.
Amazing.
We will, and just to like kind of do like epilogues, what would we say if on a preview next time on Lightbeat Hospital? Quick, Stan.
Next time, Rachi's case takes a turn for the worse, as it was a lot more than just a simple trip to get some illicit pills
Yeah.
from brain surgery.
We need a little DNA. Call Dr. Connors. Next up, Tiffany. What do we see on your preview?
Dr. Tiffany dealing with being in between a rock and a hard place with her patient and her coworker.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who is the co-worker? We'll find. And we see struggling, no longer agile as he was before. We see Dr. Prasad just struggling to carry, carrying some file, but like he's struggling. He has his like cane, and he's not. And he's like, "You're not as fast as you used to. You got to keep." Someone's like saying, "You got to keep fighting." I don't think I got it in me. I don't think I can go the distance. Go the distance. He's saying to a mysterious person, often far. It's like, must. Dr. Bell, what's on your preview?
You see as she's made an appointment with, and you see a frosted glass door, and it says McMahon and Sons Lawyers, and she walks in and makes sultry eye contact with her lawyer, who is guest star Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah. Which accent is he using? American or British?
Oh, definitely American.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Don't worry. Me and Roach will get you out of this.
Roach.
Gerald and Roach Law.
Ah,
Yeah, the
oh,
spin-off
the
show.
sauce pedal.
Yes, it's a crossover series that we're doing for Sweet Sneak. And that
Ooh.
is our
As long as I get to play Gerald, I'm in.
hey. All right, but I get to play Roach. All right.
Yes.
Hey.
Roach.
And that was Heartbeats. Right.
Hey.
By Keith Baker and Jen Ellis. Thank you guys so much. What do you guys think about how do you guys think about the game?
Oh my god, that was delightful.
Amazing. My cheeks have been hurting for 2 hours.
Honestly, same.
Nice.
This was such a delight to play.
Good. And has the
This
chat
is
figured
so
out which of
fun.
us does have medical knowledge and which of the 3 are fakers? But the
Oh,
answer now.
I clearly know all
I
medical
clearly know
terminology,
everything.
I mean,
so
like-
obviously it's me.
I mean, playing a
Did you not hear my chimp knowledge?
the advanced neurosurgery required.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my
I'm all
gosh.
about that sports medicine. Definitely. Hey, one person thinks it's me. Great. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Agent P, definitely. Good job, Nicole. Yeah,
Nicole
yeah.
figured it
Oh,
out. It's Agent P. Agent P knows
definitely Agent
it's
P.
actually in the medical field.
If you couldn't tell, all of the actual correct terminology came from one person the entire stream.
I used correct terminology once. I couldn't for the life of me remember the
Yes,
word
and that was all the correct
confidentiality.
terminology.
I'm sorry, is space transform not the right word? Like,
I'm sorry, is chimp regeneration not a thing?
Everyone
my
knows
gosh.
chimps have immortal brains. What are you on about?
Oh Lord.
You didn't say starfish. But you think starfish cells to regrow the brain. Yes. Did it live up to your dreams, chat? Did it solve all your Grey's Anatomy desires? Are we the heartthrobs that fill your heartbeats?
Oh,
And yeah,
amazing.
remember, everyone watching, this is all for a great cause that we're trying to clear the charity where this whole stream is partnering for to clear plastics out of water. It is really great work. And yeah, so please donate if you can. And yeah, if you want to see us again, you can find us at Desis Dragons. We have a Discord server as well. Or on Twitter, you can find us. You guys want to plug yourselves?
Sure. I am Maitri, and I am I have a YouTube channel that is I make weekly videos about tabletop stuff, either system agnostic or multi-system, however you want to frame it. But really more about the sort of peopling side of gaming and storytelling. So if that sounds interesting, you should check it out. If you
A lot of great collabs on that channel too.
Definitely. Yeah. And Pan, do you wanna plug out your Twitters and social medias and all that stuff?
Yeah. Mine's Tanfire117 on both Twitter and Instagram. If anyone needs any funny, weird, or terrifying voices done for any material, you can find me there. More than happy to like help and do that stuff. Beyond that, I play a lot of games and run quite a few games on both the Desis server and there's another server called Dice Drop or on Discord. Those links are also on my Twitter. And yeah, all fun times. Happy to be here. Help.
Agent P.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at the Agent P or on Twitter at Agent P, where the H and E are interchanged. You can also, if you're interested in crochet or anything cute, I do have a little store. You can follow me on Instagram at So Strange Store.
Great. As it turns out, we have you hostage for another half hour. So great. So we got time to talk. Just like but yeah, heartbeats. How do people like this compared to other simple role play, like not simple, but like short role playing games? Like this is a 2-pager. How do you guys like this compared to other short games, or alternatively longer form games like D&D or Music Mastermind?
Quite interesting because like I'm very used to systems that use dice rolls in general and like failure and success outcomes rather than just going forward and just picking an outcome between what you would prefer and what you don't prefer, because that's a lot of like agency just in the hands of a player, also not used to like GM-less systems, so that was also like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but overall, like, very good time. Heavily attributed to players I'm playing with as well, because again, I've been massaging my cheeks every now and then for a few minutes now.
it hurts. It hurts
It
to laugh.
genuinely does. I've just been like holding the smile for so long because of just the scene.
God, we need the VOD of this. Matey, what did you think of it?
I really liked it. I'm a huge fan of micro RPGs and I like GM-less games. But like I specifically like them for these like one shot, like 2 or 3 hours, like just a good time with some friends. Like don't take yourself too seriously. And
Yep.
it's just you know what I mean? Like it's great for that. If you're looking for like a really serious storytelling endeavor, then and something that's like similar kind of like GM-less, I'd go more in the direction of like Alice is Missing. But this I think the premise of it kind of insists on some kind of levity and laughter, which is dope, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we definitely kept that up going on with the funeral.
Yeah,
that threw me for such a loop.
It was so good. You guys are both so good. Like between like prodigies, like have you been favoring your left leg and the funeral? Like I really like that we had those like emotional downbeats.
Is that it's great. Like Scrub, you have very happy episodes and you find out oh the guy's dead. It's like oh good. Yes. What about you, Agent P? What did you think of like this kind of game in comparison to like other short games or?
I think it's really easy to pick up, and I think it would be a good introductory game for a lot of people because since it is GM-less, it's very easy to get a group of people and just be like, hey, let's all pretend to be wacky doctors with wacky, situations where like everyone always has something going on.
Would you play this with your other medical friends?
I actually, I probably, if I could rope enough people in, I would.
Yeah, I mean, it's just instead of like having a extensive character sheet and lots of dice, just use a poker cards.
Just a deck of cards and maybe a notebook to like keep track of who gets what card.
Yeah, I think that could work out quite nicely. What do you guys think about the cards? Like having cards as a mechanic? 'Cause I don't really see it in places. Well, Savage World has it a little bit, but even then, they mostly use dice. What do you guys think of like using the cards as kind of mechanic?
Cards being primary mechanic was huge. Like the big change for me, and like just like binary outcomes, but being very interpretive to however the players want to take it was a very like interesting way to like do it, and I really liked it.
Yeah, it's very
agreed.
Yeah, it's cool. The only thing is like sometimes it's just like when you get the face card, you get really excited. Oh shit! This is when the wild stuff happened, the weird and wild things going on. But also the face cards don't add points to it. So when you get a face card, you're like, one scene is going to be unresolved. You're going to have like an unresolved kind of scene. You need 10 points. So it's like always that little oh, do I want to get this, like, give this scene closure, or do I just want to have drama that kind of extends it? Because you love the drama. You love the wild, like, I didn't think this was going to happen. Why is it going weird? And then something else happens. But yeah, I think it's fun. I don't like, it's got room that you could do this more than just a one shot. I think like you could like continue it, like,
Oh
actually,
yeah, like a proper like drama show.
yeah, you keep going.
You could.
Yeah, it's like Grey's Anatomy. You can watch one episode randomly, or you can keep watching and just see how the characters kind
Yeah.
of go.
All the seasons, and when you're done, binge all through like all the seasons again. Like
Good. But yes. Maybe I think has to bounce.
I do. Thank you so much for having me. And this was amazing. This was so much fun. So thank you, everybody, for
Great
being
playing
here.
with
Thank
you.
you for the donations. And thank you for inviting me to be a part of this. It was great. Thank you.
Always, definitely.
always.
Bye.
Great. Nice.
Bye bye.
So yeah, after that, oh, dang it, we lost it. And just like that was fun. I think it's nice to see like all our characters were there, and then we had that opener just like doing some illicit stuff. It was
Great.
It was so,
Unfortunately illicit.
yes,
Unknowingly illicit.
It's
Oh.
like one of those moments like you just see in the IT class something like, or Seinfeld, where like, Kramer's going to plan something, and then Kramer's gone for most of the episode. Like, how did you end up in prison? Or like,
Yeah,
how
like,
did you end up?
It's like
president?
when he went golfing at the beach, like he's gone the entire episode, and like it just comes back with like the fact that he just has been golfing. That's
Yeah.
all he did.
Yeah, and and then of course there is the bro code, the very helpful. Oh yes,
The hard call bro code immediately making him also go like, oh yeah, wait, you broke the bro code because of that reason. That means I also made a mistake. Oh no.
yes,
My anger towards Tasha was unfounded.
yes. It's great.
Oh.
But yeah, no, that was good. It's very much again, Scrubs is like, I love a lot of medical dramas. And Scrubs is more of a dramedy, but it's like that's
Yeah.
like the one that I watched the most of. That in House.
Actually, like someone in chat did ask, does any of us have a favorite hospital TV show?
Scrubs for me, like that's like a top one.
I think I just like House because it is the most medically accurate.
Is it? That's interesting.
I did watch a lot of House back in the day, like over and over. That was honestly my like thing. Like, oh, people were like, oh, could you like be in the stream? I was like, I've seen a lot of House. I can do this.
Definitely. I had a friend whose dad was a doctor, and he would always say like, "Oh man, I love House because it's like because of the medical accuracy." And it's just like they're like, "Really? This is medically accurate? Like all this wild stuff?" And like, yeah, no, it's
Other than the part where he kind of is able to do whatever he wants, I think everything else is quite accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical bit of it is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they allow him to do, that's questionable. And
Very
it's also
questionable.
a little bit of the inspiration for my character because I'm like, yeah, he'll do whatever. Yeah, chimpanzee brain's fine.
Any of you guys watch any Indian medical dramas? Like,
I personally haven't.
I don't think Indian medical dramas, but I think a fair bit of Indian soaps have like very questionable injuries. I mean, we've all seen the
Yes.
one where like the woman falls from the stairs and she's falling and falling and falling.
The same
And
shot from
falling.
5 different angles. Like,
you have to save money somewhere.
There's that, or like a woman, she gets like shot and she's able to stay alive for quite a bit of time.
Yeah. I haven't watched Indian medical, but I did watch a Korean medical drama at one point. It was like this woman.
same.
Was it Hospital Playlist?
I don't know the name. All I know is like this woman who's like very angry at the owner of the hospital, and then has to help do brain surgery on the owner of the hospital with this older doctor that she fancies. And they're like, no, someone else do it. She wants to kill me, and like she's the only one who can do the medical surgery. It could fix your very specific brain tumor. And it's just like it was all brain surgery, but they've all been Dr. Alexander Mason's people.
I've only seen like Korean dramas which had some medical representation like twice. One was mostly militaristic, where they had some field medics and a lot
Was
of
it
back and
Descendants
forth.
of the Sun?
It was, and with a lot of like background happening at some hospital people, and the other was completely fantasy except for the like early bits where they just show how tedious the life of a medical resident is, and I'm like, damn, you're doing all of this fantasy stuff and waking up at 3 a.m. Good on you, you know?
Yeah, you gotta. The comedy's in reality. That's the thing.
Truly.
Yeah, the absurdity
Oh,
just makes the reality more funny. That's what I find.
yep.
Uh, just oh yes, everyone loves the reality of yes, like slamming, locking the doors. The door doesn't lock. I'm like, damn it.
Damn it!
Yeah, the guy's
I
just
think
like,
I know that after 15 years of working here.
like the guy is just running out there, like, you're still in scrubs. You look like a moron. What are you doing?
Stop going on runs and scrubs.
Yeah. Ah, this took twists and turns. This was fun. Yeah.
Oh.
It was definitely like I think one thing that was like interesting for this one, Agent P, you had some people's your like you kind of like planned out a little bit like what the patients kind of were and what their deal was. But I know you and we didn't really talk about like the particulars because I didn't know
Yeah.
what was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong
Mhm.
with her, so I was just basically kind of like trusting you that it was like
Mhm.
whatever was going on, and then just like agreeing. Like, which did you prefer? Did you prefer like knowing head in what patient you're dealing with or who your patient, or did you like the more random element?
I think I like the randomness because that's what it usually is in the hospital. Is like we get a list of symptoms and we go off being like, okay, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this, rather than, this is what it is. We kind of look for what's not
Eliminating.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking. That's why I like doing it the random start because I just, I like rolling on tables, doing that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Funny thing is, my patient and P's doctor, we also had to like completely improv like midway through because
Yeah,
we
because
had
my theory
agreed
was
on
just like,
something. Like we had agreed on just like the fact that I'm gonna show up with some kind of unknown bleeding, some issue that's being caused there, and just deal with that. And then Maitri like threw it back like, oh, like, what if there's also like, a pregnancy? And then my entire thing was just gonna be as Natasha, like, oh, has a thing for Manny and has this like bleed happening and probably isn't a big deal, is using it as an excuse to just go see Manny. And it instead like turned into this whole three like love triangle drama piece suddenly. And all of it, I'm like, I did not plan on talking to myself for that long.
yeah. I like the idea. Like for your one, the girls come in and she basically says like, "Oh, hey, can I get some prescription for like birth control?" And then you call her back like, "Hey, so the brain test we did on you has come back with the results." And I'm like, "When did you do a brain result?" Did you were like, "I have to do something on you to explain why you came in,
I
here?"
I didn't do a brain test actually.
Yeah,
It was literally one of those like like that's why it was like a very house inspired thing where he just like noticed that, oh, in the picture she's standing up, right?
yeah.
That picture was a few weeks ago. Now you're standing at a like slant. What's up? What's like the difference? And then he like investigates further. He's like, oh my god.
Uh, yeah. Agent P, what's something that is there anything that happened in this game that is similar, almost happened IRL?
no.
That's probably a safe answer.
That I hope none of this has happened in any
Hey,
of the
if a chip
hospitals
brain
I
situation
have.
happens, you're lucky.
You,
That's an experience.
yes,
I don't think that would ever happen.
yes.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you did a brain vibe check. Just like looking at it, like, yeah, what is wrong with your brain? And I'm like, wow, you sound like every teacher who's spoken to me. I get it.
Oh no.
Oh, also, Chirag, another thing was when we're not playing Heartbeats, what other TTRPGs do we enjoy?
Well, we, as a specifically, like, we've done a lot of TTRPGs. Like,
Yes.
we've done Dungeons and Dragons together. Me and Tan, we did that for Multiverse.
Uh, Yeah.
We've also played Fate. We like playing Fate.
Yeah.
We did a mech game set in the 1970s India called Blades of the Yanta. You can find it on YouTube.
Oh,
Matri
dear
was there as
gods.
well. And yeah, we've done lots of different things. We've done. I like playing Masks. Masks is a lot of fun. Later Than Feelings, I played. That's another single player game. Not single player, single page RPG. That's a lot of fun. I've only played Wonder Home once, but if I don't shout it out, 8-bit will find where I live and murder me.
I'm pretty sure he just knows where everyone on the server lives, just in case they don't. show it
Mods
out.
have too much power. I've said it for too
Yeah.
long. They will coup.
Says the mod.
I'm a mod. I'm an admin. The mod is here.
Hey, you're both on the mod team. I want to hear it. You have equal information, if more. Like,
Yeah. So those are like, and I'm lots of them. I'm trying to get into Pathfinder Second Edition. I'm trying to learn the
Oh.
rules and get I'm in a Kingmaker game. So that'll be fun.
I always wanted to try Pathfinder. Though.
I know. I'm going to try and get that started. Once I figure out how the rules work, I'm going to try to get that on the server. And Starfinder. I'm going to be running Starfinder next week on the server. Going to
Oh.
post for that. Yeah, going to be robbing a train, space train.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, nice time.
It's like a lot of fun.
It can be. The pre-gens are insane. One's a little robot spider. Good times.
Ooh.
Agent P, what RPGs do you like to play?
I've only played a little smattering. I've played Wander Home twice. I've run quite a bit of Yaziba, especially during our spooky week. Which was really fun to play. All like my players were really fun. Their improv is amazing. I also run a game which uses PBTA, which I love that system. It's a great system.
Yeah.
And the game that I run is also like a lot of drama, like a lot of scandals. Like the heiress to the hotel is, she's not actually the heiress because her dad isn't actually her dad, other than her dad gets kidnapped. All sorts of shenanigans go on. I've played what else have I played? I played D&D, but very not too much. Not as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah. Another. If you want some more spooky improv, like Inspectors is also great because there's a GM, but like if you roll well, you get to say what happens. If you roll poorly, the GM says what happens. So it's like it's a nice, nice spooky mystery game.
That's very interesting.
It's also kind of reminiscent of 10 Candles.
But I haven't
game.
played.
I have been hounded to play it.
I haven't played 10 Candles, but I assume it's good.
Reading up about it is really, really fun.
2 separate people have been like, you will love this.
Yeah, it's dark and arson is involved.
So 3 people have now tried to sell me on it.
You'll love it. That's awesome. I'm like, ooh.
You'd be surprised how many times that's come up.
Yeah. And Tan, what kind of any TTRPGs you also want to like shout out?
I mean, on our server, I am a extremely big fan of masks and PBTA because of masks. I love it. And very soon, I will also be starting a campaign on Apocalypse Keys. It's also a PBTA-based system, but it's all about this apocalyptic world where things keep going more and more wrong, and there's all these creatures trying to bring upon the final. Running a lot more games.
That'll be
on
fun.
Desis
Anything you want to
actually.
let us know in advance?
Yeah. I did run Halloween week right now. I will be maybe running a short campaign on a small kingdom.
Hey, welcome back. Say something so we know you're alive. Oh no, I can't hear Agent P.
Me neither.
It's fine. It's fine. Good.
We will get reactions.
We will get reactions. Give us your best facial reactions. Okay, you're not even on the screen, so it's like I don't think Twitch can see you.
Oh no, it's fine. We can.
We can see you. We will describe your reactions, your facial reaction. Okay, they're covering. She's covering her mouth. She's leaning
Now
back.
there's a laugh.
Big laughter.
Leaning back and laughing.
Yeah, big time. Got the pride rainbow flag right behind her.
Right behind her.
No, no, now she's.
presenting it very nicely with like a big toothy smile, and
Yeah.
it's great.
Oh, wow. Now she's offering some very some very unpopular opinions on Twitter. What's that?
Oh,
Oh
damn.
my God! If they
Yeah.
could see that, you'd be
I
getting
wouldn't say that
cancelled.
personally.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my God! What's that?
If you did want to play in my D&D games, you could have just said so. They're not that bad. Like,
Oh my God! I know just enough sign language to know you shouldn't say that word. Oh no!
the funny piece of lore is that I believe we can actually speak sign language.
And now you're on stream.
There you are.
Can stream here, P. That we can't. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
we can't, but that's fine.
Clear?
Yes,
Oh,
we can hear you.
me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
That's good. That was a fun time. We have fun
That was
here.
fun.
We have fun.
I
We don't have
dislike
to
you
repeat
guys
any of the things.
so much.
Don't say that. You like us.
I do.
Yes.
Y'all are fun.
Oh.
Yeah. That was fun. We enjoyed. Well, yeah. We enjoyed. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that one time we did play that game, by the way, Chirag, Vampire the Masquerade. We
Mm.
didn't get to completely explore it, but that seemed like such a fun system to explore for like a longer setting.
Oh yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is
God.
definitely it's
It's a
'cause
very
that-
dense system.
yeah, you could definitely do longer if you're
Yeah.
into Vampire Masquerade. We did one set in Mumbai.
Yeah.
What was the name of it? It had like a fancy name.
Did we? I was
Mid-
just calling it Masquerade.
Yeah, it was like a Mumbai or something. But anyway, it's fine. We added it. No, Bombay Blood. We called it Bombay Blood.
Bombay Blood.
Yes, that was it. That was a nice time. But yeah, it's a good game. I don't know if anyone else has tried it out. Oh yeah, the choose your own adventure games for Vampire Masquerade is a
Yeah.
great way to understand the setting, which is also
For
fun.
sure.
And that's it. Do you have any opinions on Vampire the Masquerade you want to share with us, Agent P?
I don't know too much about Vampire Masquerade. I was supposed to play a game, but I had some work come up. It
Alright.
looks like a lot of lore.
Why do you think I like it?
There is lore. They try to like shuffle it up in like the fifth edition, so you don't need to know as much. But when you look at it, like I kind of do, because these vampires are
Mhm.
old. They should know
Yep.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we had such a deep dive for all our characters, just so like we're like, where did you come from? What country did you live in? All that stuff. It was
Mhm.
huge.
No, it's good. Anyway, we're gonna be wrapping up now. I'll be putting you guys over to the next wonderful guys that I have that's happening next. I believe it. And enjoy the next stream, guys. While the audio is yes.